What's up, everybody? It's Ricky Analog here. Going to do some trade recaps, but let's first get into the disclaimer. Remember, guys, everything we're going to discuss is nothing more than informational and educational purposes. It's not a solicitation to trade. I'm not a registered or licensed financial advisor. This is just my opinion, but I want to discuss some of these trades. We had a crazy day in the market, guys, and unlike I usually do just one ticker at a time. I'm just going to throw in 3 or 4 trades here and try to knock them out real quick, but just kind of give my thoughts on how we were playing things today. So let's look at the first one. I'm going to actually show you guys some trades that are a little bit embarrassing, and not because of any other reason other than getting out prematurely when I probably shouldn't have. And so the first one, we had AMRN here, and we had in the chat, we had this as a long, over this level here when it did its red to green move. And we called for 22, just thinking that was the first natural target, and that was all she gave. But when it slammed back down, we started discussing in chat the fact that we break these lows and we may actually have a nice fade. Could be a 20 magnet. And so sure enough, when we did break the lows, I put some on and then started building a position in. And I kept my size appropriate, but I knew that my stop needed to be up here over this. What is the high here? 70. So I think I actually had my stop placed at 73. So I took an add at 59. And that gave me pretty much all the size I really wanted, knowing that if I did get stopped out, I'd still be green on the day from some of the other trades I had, but it definitely wasn't going to be something I was happy about. So then it stuffed that level, and there's a reason why that was the level to play against, and there's oftentimes a reason why that level doesn't get broke again. So the problem I had, was I took half of it off here at 42 as it pulled back in, and I didn't want to have the whole position go back against me once it did pull back in. So I took half off there. But then I took the last half off for break even when I knew this really had a shot at going back to new lows. And sure enough, it did. But I actually got 0 of this move. And just a learning lesson there. It's either target or stop. It's none of this add close to your stop and then take it back off when it moves back in your favor. That's not cool at all. And upset with myself for doing it, and I actually have happened twice. It happened right afterwards. I was in this trade too at TXN, and we discussed it in chat. I said, look, I really like it under this 95.23 level, and I was going to take it probably with less size than I initially would have if it didn't have this push here. But when you get a push like that and then it breaks, I just feel like it gives so much more power to the move. And that was what, I put it on Twitter that I just did a screenshot of what I had said about that push actually making me like the trade more. And you see, I put it on right at the trigger. I think I was in at like 95.21. And I added as it went to my level of risk here over this 95.37. I think 95.80. What is the high of this candle here? 78. I think my stop was at 81. I always give it at least 3 cents over. And so I added up here, and then again, when it came back in, this time I just took the whole thing off. I didn't even partial half off here. I just took the whole thing off for break even, and then it flushed. And so I put it back on. And when I put it back on, it worked immediately, but then I saw it kind of hold this level here, thinking that these lows might hold, and then it pushed back up, and I took it off for, I think I made like 2 cents on the trade. And of course you see what happened afterwards. That's just disgusting. Now obviously you can't know a move like that is going to happen, but we did have targets. First target was low a day, or not low a day. First target was this 66-ish level here because of this low, and after that the next level to be targeting would have been low a day, which was down here in the 93.20s, which still was a 2-point move and was not an irrational target. It definitely was something that was on my radar had I just not been so emotional in the covers. So then let's get into the two trades that worked. I had 4 trades today. The other ones were Tesla, and what else did I trade? It was, oh, MMM. So MMM was the early morning trade, and I wish I had got more of that move too. However, I was, I locked in at targets on this one. First target was that one. Let's see. Where were the targets? Maybe look at the daily real quick. Yeah, I think it was just once we broke that 190, looking for as much of a flush as we could get on that, and I locked in down there around 189.50, I think it was. It was just waiting for the flush through, and then holding the last half. I told chat, I really thought it was going to go to 186. I locked it in at 188, and as you can see, I actually covered too much. I had to sell. I actually was net long for a second there, but got 2.5 points out of it. Very happy with that trade. Definitely wish I had taken a little more, or maybe added on this pop here so that I had more shares to hold down for that 186 move. Not going to complain about that one. Definitely nowhere near as bad as the 2 earlier ones I showed you where it was just emotional trading. Tesla now was interesting because let's pull up that chart. This one here was, I told the chat after, I didn't see it in the morning, even though I tried to remind myself to watch it, but this was a picture perfect short setup in the morning when you got that push and then the slam back down through this the 300 round hole number. That was just gorgeous. Like, honestly, if that was on my radar, that was getting taken for sure. So knowing that I missed it, I put it on my radar after that, and then what we got was the move back up right into that area. And so I told chat, look, we're pushing up towards the early morning short, that trigger plus the 300 hole number, and then also getting this setup with a lower high and then breaking these lows. So under 297.50 was the trigger, and I could barely get it typed in chat as I put the trade on. I took it at 297.48, and it just flushed. It was like the quickest flush ever. And I had the target. I was looking for the 5-minute 20, just a retrace there. Did not expect it to fall straight through to 292, but I mean, I'm not going to complain over $2 move in what amounted to about 5 seconds. Like, I'm still getting used to DOS, and it was like I was panicking trying to get my orders put in. I just realized the chart was a little off, so you guys couldn't see the prices over here on this axis, but hopefully that helps. But yeah, overall, guys, the market was it was just complete destruction, both the tech sector and like the overall SPY and the Dow, everything just getting crushed. Going to be very interesting to see what we have tomorrow. But as always, guys, if you're not catching these trades, there was still, we didn't even discuss the LRN trade in this recap, but this trade was nailed by plenty of guys in the chat. There was some clear setups up here, and the targets were all hit on it. I did not take it. I'm still kicking myself about that one. But if you guys aren't catching these trades, there's no reason you shouldn't be. Everybody in the community over stocktraders.net is all tuned into these moves that we're all looking for, and it's almost not even fair the way everybody hunts as a team, and we're really nailing some big trades over there, guys. So come give us a check. We have a free chat. There's also a free 3-day trial to the premium room, and come drop me a DM. Hope to see you guys over there. Peace.